Hello viewers, welcome to another edition of War Robust Test Server. This is 2020, April 11th and 12th, version 6.0.0, so it's a whole new version numbering. Much like last week, package 728, it took a couple tries and a long wait of several minutes. Finally get a match. I've changed the hanger. I could not find the Overdrive unit. Let's start first with the Ravana. It's being buffed. It will have a 10% increase to its health points, and what else will it have? It will also take a look at the notes here. It will have cooldown reduced by 2 seconds, so more of these dashes, the transcend ability. Basically, I think it actually could use a speed increase as well. So the ability by the enemy gets wasted by your transcend, which is like a phase shift, but combined with a dash, 2 charges, reduced lockdowns, so I can waste some of their shots and waste some of their special ability, and have invulnerability to damage when moving, but at the same time I don't get to do damage. So I'm going to play rather aggressively so that you get to see all the robots here. But we want to also spawn the Titan so you can see the Nodens. Right, so it seems like it's getting more health, more durability, and more use of its ability. Alright, so next, take a look at the Spectre here, and the Pulsars and Shredders will have their mechanic change. So rather than a random chance of lockdown, it will have a little character here, or icon. You see that the lockdown icon when it gets to fully red. See, now we see a lockdown. We see the enemy locked down now. Oh, what a jump, but what a great nice jump, right? So the enemy will get an immunity for a short time after the lockdown, but it'll lock down only after a certain number of shots. And as the weapon is more leveled up, and as there are more weapons, it'll lock down sooner. Okay, now, here is sadly a nerf, in my opinion. The Avenger was never overpowered, in my opinion, and it was less silver and time to upgrade. Unfortunately, it's going to be nerfed in that the amount of damage it will do will be decreased by 15%, and dispersion increased by 10%. And that makes a big difference because with distance, less of your bullets or rounds will hit the enemy. So you can see more dispersion, less damage in this with this weapon. Okay? As I said, I'm going to play rather aggressively so we can move on to the next robot here. Alright, now here is a new weapon, the heavy version of the atomizer essentially, and this is a shotgun that will be increasingly inaccurate. As you can see, it have increased dispersion. You'll see the orange getting more and more significant, and it will turn red and then it'll start to pulsate. And as you can see, the dispersion increases until you stop firing, and then as it cools down it becomes more accurate. Okay, so let's give this a try. Alright, try on the Spectre here. So very effective weapon. Okay, and then take a look at the atomizer and Quarker. So this is the Quarker, the light version of the atomizer. Same thing. Shotgun that does not have any reload time. Gets more and more dispersed as it warms up. As you can see, I'm just firing at nothing, so you can see this in action. Okay, so let's start the special ability, and the Phantom gets a lot of damage reduction. It speeds up, and then it can teleport back. Okay. Oh, so a Nodens just fell in the water there. And there's also a nerf to the Phantom. Phantom's cooldown will be increased by a very large 40%, from 10 seconds to 14 seconds. So in other words, an extra 40% or 4 seconds before its ability can be used again, which is actually reasonable because only 10 seconds of cooldown was very short. It's essentially, it spends a long time in its ability with damage reduction and speed, mostly the damage reduction, especially if you have that special pilot, Olga Menina, that adds extra time, and then you can also have a special pilot skill to add to the amount of time, I believe, that you can have the ability active. So now we're going to suppress the enemy. Okay, so you're going to suppress an enemy, and then it'll work in a radius of 75 meters, I believe, and then you can heal your allies, up to 3 allies, and you don't have to be beside them with a small radius. Now we don't know the distance that it'll be active, but that'll be an interesting Titan. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, by the way, that was also the Cyclone, the beta weapon. It's essentially like a Scourge for Titan. Alright, thank you very much for watching.